From snowy weather being cut to the beta map featuring countryside, mountains and Liberty State instead of just Liberty City, today we're discussing removed features from GTA 4. First up, the weapons. This famous GTA 4 artwork depicts a police officer wielding a SPAS 12 shotgun, but this gun can't be found in any of the game files. But luckily, using mods we can finally get this weapon back into the game. Using mods we can also add back the revolver. Something about this gun really suits this game. Another beta pre-release screenshot shows Nico holding a HK MP5, but in the final version this weapon cannot be found. There's also files referencing a silenced pistol, which was perhaps bugged or didn't work properly. And there's also the beta AK-47 model with a different stock. Luckily we can add all of these weapons back with our mod. Well, as it turns out, there's been files found that reference a minigun. So what would a minigun look like if it was in GTA 4? What I really love about this mod, besides, holding a minigun, is that it actually adds the minigun in a secret location near the airport, and basically there's like a mini mission where you have to sneak into the compound, take out the police officers without being seen, and you'll find this cargo container at the end, which once you climb up inside you can obtain the minigun. So I really like the fact that they've added it as like a mini Easter egg that you can find within the world. So that was really cool, but what would make GTA 4 even cooler is adding back the cut beta map Rockstar envisioned before the game's development. These are official concept drawings from GTA 4's map way before the game started taking shape. And yes, I'm going to mod them back into the game and show you in just a few minutes after a quick word for today's sponsor. Today's video has been sponsored by Netflix Games. Big news for gamers and Netflix subscribers. The critically acclaimed game Hades is now available on Netflix Games. That's right, with your Netflix subscription you can now dive into this epic roguelike dungeon crawler at no extra cost. Let me show you how to get started with Hades on the Netflix app. It's incredibly easy and I'll guide you through each step. On iOS, simply start from the home screen in the app, swipe down until you see the mobile games row, and here you'll find Hades. So let's go ahead and tap on it. After selecting Hades, you'll see an App Store banner, and from there you can easily start your adventure in the underworld. But Hades isn't the only gem you'll find. Netflix Games offers over 80 mobile games as part of your subscription. From puzzles to adventures, all games are available at no additional extra fees or ads. It's gaming simplified directly through your Netflix app. So head on down to the description right now, click the link and give it a try for yourself. And a huge thank you to Netflix Games for sponsoring today's video. And what's so interesting about this map is that it featured mountains and heavy rural areas. This would transform the game completely from Liberty City to Liberty State. Now there's plenty of map mods out there that add rural areas and mountains to GTA 4, but this one in particular gives you an idea of the general scope that Rockstar Games were hoping for. There's winding roads leading up to the top of mountains, traffic that actually fills the roads, country lanes that go off the beaten track, and even a main highway that runs right through and around the perimeter of the entire location. I really enjoyed driving around and playing around on this map, looking at the mountains in the distance, wondering what could have been if Rockstar actually added these to the game. But that's nothing in comparison to this next one. Did you know that there's files within GTA 4 that reference handling for a Shamal, a Rustler, and a Nevada? But what's perhaps even cooler is that there's a file been found for a fighter jet, equipped with missiles and cannons. And of course, I'm going to add this back to the game. And I believe this mod is actually using some of the handling files that were found within the game for what this jet would have actually been. Now I can actually see here what Rockstar Games meant when they said that it was too quick to fly around the map. It isn't just a rumour, because in a recent Q&A with Rockstar Games they confirmed that the initial plans were to add aircraft and planes to GTA 4 that you could actually fly, but unfortunately it was too quick to get around the map, so they decided to cut them. Another feature that was found within the game files is a reference towards snow. And I think snow being in GTA 4 would have made the game 10 times cooler if there was seasons that actually worked. New York City often gets heavy snow during the winter, so it would have made total sense if Rockstar Games were planning on adding this to the game. This modification that I've added adds realistic snowfall as well as snow all across the city. Another thing I really love about this mod is the fact that all the trees are also winter variants as well. It completely transforms some of the areas in the game, and it's also really peaceful if you just stand there and watch the world go by. Another really cool detail is that there's snow on the windshields, and vehicles will also leave tyre tread marks in the snow as well behind you. I really like this mod, and I wish there was actually seasons in GTA 4 that worked properly. Something else you might have noticed in the official artwork is that Nico is wearing fingerless gloves, but in the final game you cannot find these fingerless gloves anywhere. What's really odd about this is that these are actually located within the game itself. All you have to do is download a trainer or activate the gloves within the game's coding, and voila, Nico suddenly has fingerless gloves. There were a few other cosmetic changes to the game as well, such as the fact that Nico could get a buzz cut as a haircut, or the fact that his beta face looks completely different to that of the final game. But once again, it appears that Rockstar Games robbed us of something extremely fun, because one of the other vehicles that was removed from GTA 4 is the Rhino tank. Now, it's been speculated that Rockstar did consider adding a 6-star wanted level with military coming after you, just like the classic GTA games prior. Now, we're not certain why the Rhino tank was never actually added to the final game, but thankfully, as you know by now, thanks to mods, we've added it back to the game. This mod adds a GTA 5 style tank to the game with a working cannon. Another thing this mod actually adds is other tanks that can come after you once you cause enough chaos. And you know what? This just makes sense. If you're actually in a tank causing chaos in the middle of New York City, of course the military are going to come after you in vehicles like tanks as well. There was plenty of things removed from GTA 4, and Rockstar Games seems to have this habit where they do remove a lot of cool features before their games are actually finished. I want to know down in the comments section below which feature from today's video did you like the most, and which one, if you could have picked any of them, would you have rather had in the game.